Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Fear Street Prom Night. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Share them, leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Prom Night, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, it's a little fitting with the setting of this video right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but there is a constant drizzle that is happening outside. You can actually hear the thunder. The thunder was just going a little bit. So, you know, it's always nice when, you know, you're going to do a horror movie review and you have this kind of setting that's happening outside. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I am also a huge fan of the Fear Street trilogy. I do remember the phenomenon that was when 1994 came out, and they were like, oh, we're getting two more. They're going to happen week to week to week. It was a great ride, and it was so fun that I do believe all three of them made it into my top 10 favorite films of 2021. I do think I merged them all together and just said Fear Street. And I think it finished pretty high, too. I have to recall and look at that list. So, yeah, when I heard they were doing a fourth one, I was more than welcoming to the idea. I think there's a lot of stories you could tell on Shady Side, and just I liked the world that they built. I liked everything that they've done for that trilogy. So yeah, I was on board. The trailer comes out. It looked really good. It felt like a lot of people were excited for it. And man, you know, there's a constant criticism when it comes to my channel, and that is that I don't add a lot of value simply because I don't criticize enough movies. For the most part, I give movies a decent average score. Like, if a movie was fine, I do say it was fine. I don't say it was bad. I don't expect every movie to be Oscar worthy, right? Now, again, this is not me defending myself. This is just how I see it. But a lot of people do say I do not have much value within this circle because I do not criticize enough. Well, I have an opportunity today because boy, did I not like this. I did not have fun with it. Now, I am not going to go hard into it because it's hard making a movie, right? But when you do have three stellar quality that happened in 2021, and from what I read, which I don't know how accurate it was because I just can't imagine it so, but most of the team came back to do this fourth one, and I don't know who was missing, but whoever was missing, I don't recall that it was the same director who did the trilogy, so maybe her absence was really felt. But someone's absence was really, really felt throughout all of this. In a lot of ways, this movie just felt rushed. And I just can't imagine that being so because, again, you had 4 years, right? It would have been one thing if this trilogy came out in 2021 and it was 2022, or hell, even 2023. Hell, I even give you late 2023 and early 2024 to be like, okay, yeah, maybe they rushed this. But we're mid-2025. Again, it's been 4 years. I just cannot imagine that you were up against the clock and this is what you came out with. Because, yeah, this takes place in 1988. And a lot of the, you know, the Fear Street, the personality, if you will, is that it embraces the timeline that it is in. And it is a little bit of a throwback to those movies. 1994 did feel like a 1994 horror movie. 1970, whichever one was in the 70s, felt like a 70s slasher. 1666 felt like... Not that there were 1,600 movies, but you get what the vibe I'm trying to tell you as the movies progress. So yeah, this needed to feel like an 80s slasher. And yes, most 80s slashers, well, let's just call it like this. They just weren't that good, right? They were pretty straightforward. Kills are pretty spread out. Character development, a little bit non-existent. But what Fear Street also did is that they always did a great job of elevating said characters. There is the bully character in this, and now granted with how the story goes along, I guess it all makes a little bit of sense. But very one note, everyone here is very, very one note. There is not much to really broad off of to be more than just, okay, you're the bully, okay, you're the outsider, okay, you're this person, you're that person, you're the jock, blah, 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 blah. Because anytime there is any little bit of development, that person is probably gone because there is a high body count and the gore is very, very good in this movie. They do continue that from the original Fear Street trilogy. But the script structure, like I'm not kidding, there is a random dance battle scene in this movie that I really don't know how we got to a dance battle whatsoever. There is, again, just a lot of moments like that. Also, I think the selection of deaths is very is very questionable at times. You have some big actors who are not in the movie, well, not necessarily big, but up and coming and recognizable names that are in the movie who do get cut off pretty early, and they're barely used. And it's just like, why would you do that? I get it, in the 90s movie you do that because that's so common, and I guess you did do that in the first Fear Street as well, with Maya Hawke, who bites the dust early. But here, I do feel like you needed that talent to bring some levity into this script. And this is not to say, the other actors weren't good. I mean, I'm not really trying to criticize acting as much lately because, the actor can make a choice, but it is up to the director to go, yep, that's good, or to go, hey, that was interesting. Why did you do that? Okay, well, let's try it another way. Yeah? It's not all just on the actor. The actor can make a choice, but at the end of the day, the actor is going to execute what the director is asking for, and then the actor needs to hope and pray that the director and the editor put it together to make them look good, right? So, as much as some of the acting I was just like not buying whatsoever, I can't fully put that on them because, again, at the end of the day, it is up to the director to make that more believable than what it is. And you can't really call if, it is just a bad actress or if it's just bad directing. The directing, for the most part, was pretty fine in this. Again, I just think this is a script that was not even at a final draft. It really did feel like a first draft in a lot of ways throughout, because some of the character developments that they do try to evaluate within this movie are just non-existent. We have two friends in this movie, one who is a horror fanatic, like all of us, right? And then there is our main girl, who is the outsider, who gets bullied a lot, which I just couldn't buy. She was too pretty. You know what I mean? I'm just like, regardless of her family having a tragedy, I just can't buy that this girl is not accepted within the high school and is not popular. Like, at least give her the glasses and the frizzy hair, at least to give me somewhat of believability. But as I was watching, everyone's being mean to her. I was like, I just don't see it. I truly don't see why anyone would be mean to this girl, especially the guys and the girls. You know what I mean? Because again, to me, she was just so pretty. But yeah, they have a dynamic and they're fine throughout until one moment. Then all of a sudden it becomes, I can't keep carrying you. I can't keep doing this. And it's just like, where did that come from? That really came from out of nowhere. Then later on she goes, she's holding you back. And it's just like, again, where does this come from? And again, a lot must have been cut within the chopping block. I don't know if maybe Netflix said, hey, you have to keep it at a tight 90. Because even though this is a rated R movie, we know a lot of kids are going to watch it. And that's part of the dynamic, the target audience that we want anyway. So keep it at a strict 90. But yeah, at the end of the day, this just wasn't a good movie. I can't recommend it to you. I guess, if you're going to have a group of friends together and you're going to have some of the extra stuff to help you get through it, maybe. But at the end of the day, if I have to rank this on a lemon scale, where it goes sour lemon at the bottom, expired store-bought lemonade, bad, but hey, there is some good. Store-bought lemonade, it's good, but hey, there's a lot of bad. Lemonade, it's a movie. Freshly squeezed lemonade, very good, minor problems. Strawberry lemonade at the very top, because it's the best kind of lemonade. I gotta say, it really does hurt my heart to say it, but Fear Street Prom Night is a sour lemon to me. I think I don't recall any other movie that I gave a sour lemon to. I think the closest one is Minecraft. And I do think I prefer to watch Minecraft again over this, which again really breaks my heart because I do love that trilogy so much. Now, does this mean I want them to stop making Fear Street movies? No, let's give it another go. Let's have a more fleshed out script. Let's go through a couple more drafts. And let's execute it to the best of our abilities, because the spirit was there in the movie. Don't get me wrong. The spirit of Fear Street was there. It just wasn't captured, if that makes sense. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just could not find myself really enjoying this movie, and I cannot picture yourself enjoying this movie. But if you did, comment below, let me know, challenge me on it. I can have my mind changed, as long as the comment section is pretty respectful about it. We can have a dialogue. But yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts on it. Leave a like if you made it this far within a review. I do greatly appreciate it. And again, hit that subscribe button, as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.